Hello, TheLadyKeziah here. If you cannot qualify what a successful life looks like for you, and you want to go by the standard of society, you would never live, only drift. Success is one of the most misunderstood words in human history. For some, it means wealth. For others, it means influence, fame, or power. Yet what society often forgets is that success is not a universal standard. It is deeply personal. If you therefore cannot clearly define what success looks like for you, you risk spending your entire life chasing someone else's dream, only to realize, many often too late, that it was never truly yours. When people allow society to dictate the measure of success, they surrender their individuality. The world tells us to climb the corporate ladder, buy bigger houses, marry into a certain class, or achieve certain milestones that fit neatly into cultural scripts. However, here's the tragedy. Society's bar is not only shifting, it is also shallow. The applause of the crowd today can turn into silence tomorrow, leaving you empty and unfulfilled. To live without your own definition of success is to drift. It is like being in a boat without a compass. You may be moving, but you are not going anywhere meaningful to you. You will spend your years comparing, competing, and conforming, only to realize you never truly lived. Success borrowed from others cannot give you inner peace and fulfillment, because it does not reflect your authentic self. A truly successful life must be qualified by your own values, vision, and purpose. Whatever that is, it must resonate with your heart, not society's applause. It is only then that your life can feel intentional, fulfilling, and whole. Because in the end, the question is not whether the world will call you successful or not, but whether you can look at your own life and call it meaningful. Therefore, define success on your terms. Live aligned with it, and you will live fully. Leave it undefined, and you would merely drift through borrowed standards and empty validations. So pause and ask yourself today, what does a successful life look like to me? And to answer that, you would never truly live. You see, life in its essence is a journey. Every day we take steps, make choices, and invest our time in pursuits that shape who we are becoming. Yet the difference between a life of fulfillment and a life of emptiness lies in one crucial factor: direction. To live without your own definition of success is to drift through life, just like being in a boat without a compass, moving but not moving meaningfully. When you fail to define success for yourself, you allow others, society, culture, friends, even strangers on the internet to impose their definitions upon you. The danger is that their standard may have nothing to do with your purpose, because what might be self-actualization to one might mean nothing to another. One moment, success may look like money. The next, it may look like fame or social approval. The world's definition keeps changing, but you see, your soul will never rest until you live by your own definition. Without clarity, you risk spending decades climbing a ladder only to find it leaning against the wrong wall. Should I be louder? Without clarity, without your own definition of success, you would spend decades climbing a ladder only to find it leaning against the wrong wall. Imagine being at sea in a boat without a compass. The waves may carry you, the winds may push you, and from the outside, it may seem like you are moving. Nevertheless, in truth, in reality, you are the mercy of forces you cannot control. And eventually, you would end up somewhere you never intended to be. That is what life becomes when you drift. Motion without direction, activity without meaning. Defining success for yourself does not mean ignoring growth or rejecting society's wisdom. It simply means asking deeper questions. Like, what do I value the most? What brings me inner peace, satisfaction, and joy? What kind of legacy do I want to live and leave behind too? For some, success may be building a thriving career. For others, it may be raising wholesome children, nurturing meaningful relationships, or living in alignment with their spiritual convictions. Whatever it is to you, your definition must be personal, authentic, and rooted in your values. Because at the end, life rewards clarity. When you know what success looks like for you, every decision becomes purposeful. You no longer chase every trend or bend to every opinion. Instead, you move with direction, with intention, and with peace. Without this, you may look busy, but you are drifting. And drifting is not living. So ask yourself one more time today. Let this video be the wake-up call you needed. Yes, let this video be the wake-up call you needed to ask yourself, am I sailing with a compass, or am I simply at the mercy of the waves? Your answer will determine not just where you end up, but also the quality of your journey, your life. Think about these things. Much love and blessings.